I suggested we keep things platonic, a boundary set to guard my heart. He didn't respond, didn't push back, just vanished before I reached my door. It's almost like a movie, isn't it? One moment, you're bearing your soul. The next, you're erased from theirs. If your kind words ever landed like a slammed door, this story's for you. If you felt that sharp sting, share below. It began with good intentions, as it often does. We weren't lovers, but more than casual friends. We lived in that undefined space. Late night talks spilling into dawn. Random texts sent on a whim. Playlists made with thought for each other. Private jokes only we understood. Weekends flowing from you free to crashing at each other's places. No need to label what we were. It felt easy, like a melody I hadn't yet learned the words to. Maybe that's where it went wrong. I was still mending from a brutal breakup. My heart held together with fragile threads. He entered quietly, not with grand promises, but a steady, comforting presence. Day after day, he was just there. For a while, that felt like enough. Then came the moment you're never ready for. When someone's care deepens, and your foundation's still cracked. He never said it outright, but I saw it. The way he watched me ramble about nothing. How he recalled fleeting things I'd said. How he made me feel safe as my messy self. It terrified me. I knew he wanted more. Something I wasn't sure I could offer. So, in a panic, I said the cliché line, "Let's just be friends." It wasn't calculated or cruel. It spilled out, raw and unplanned. We were in his car, outside my place. He'd just handed me a snack I'd mentioned craving, his thoughtfulness catching me off guard. I looked at him, so kind, so unaware of the weight I was about to drop. I said it gently, hoping softness would ease it. He didn't argue, didn't plead, didn't cry. He just nodded, stayed silent, and let me step out of the car. I stood by my door, the night air sharp, hands trembling as I fumbled my keys, already doubting my words. I wanted to turn back, to say, "Wait, I'm just scared, not done." But I didn't. I went inside, sat on my couch, checked my phone. Instagram, blocked. WhatsApp, disconnected. Messages, undelivered. Twitter, unfollowed. It was like I'd never existed in his world. The shock hit first, cold and jarring. Then panic, then a heavy ache. Guilt and loss tangled in my chest. I hadn't expected it to end so abruptly. I thought we'd fade slowly, stay in touch, linger in a soft, undefined space. But he didn't allow that. He erased me, like a page he tore out, and refused to reread. That cut deeper than I could have imagined. For days, I told myself I'd done right. He deserves someone certain. You can't force what's not ready. You're not whole yet. But the more I repeated it, the emptier it felt. I wasn't unsure about him. I was unsure about me. He was kind, warm, real, and I didn't know how to accept that. I was so used to love that demanded I change, fix, or prove myself. He didn't ask for that. He just wanted me, as is, and I couldn't handle that kind of love. So I hid behind friends. Silence can roar louder than any fight. Being erased felt deafening. He didn't lash out, didn't send a long text, didn't ask what I meant. He just vanished, and for the first time in ages, I understood the pain of losing a moment. You can't reclaim. I've drafted messages to him, at least a dozen, starting with "hey" and ending in the trash. What do you say to someone who took your words as an endpoint, not a pause? I'm sorry I was scared. I'm sorry I used friends as a wall. I'm sorry I didn't trust your care. I never sent them. Maybe he deserved someone bolder, someone who wouldn't torture bond, only to realize they wanted it. The truth is, I miss him. Not some perfect version, but him. The way he made the world feel lighter. The way he listened like my words mattered. The way he saw me as whole, when I felt like a draft. I don't know if he'll read this, or if I ever cross his mind. But if he does, I hope he knows. I didn't say friends because I didn't care. I said it because I cared too much and didn't know how to hold it without breaking. If you've ever pushed someone away before you could bear your heart, if you've hidden behind safe words to avoid the mess of real feelings, if you've been cut off and felt you earned it, share your story. I see you. We all stumble through love sometimes. What matters is what we learn from the silence that follows.